Go. Let me get back to that part. Let's see what we're doing.
My pontificating.
No, I love that.
You know what I mean? Because I know I don't have the answers.
Well,
I don't really. I'm like, honestly, like every question that I'm asked starts with, "Oh no," you know what I mean? Like,
and that's a powerful place to be.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I've been on the soapbox many times saying women have to be this way, or men have to be this way, or life should be this way. You gotta believe this. I think I'm getting to that space of Solomon where it's like, none of this really matters.
Yeah.
Now, when Nick Cannon say it, because he got, you know what I mean, a ridiculous amount of wealth and net worth. Y'all are listen, chat. When Nick Cannon say it, y'all hear him. But me, when I say it, y'all think I'm crashing out. I'll be on here telling y'all. They keep saying, oh, you better get right. Jesus coming. Come on. The aliens coming. Come on. Come on. The aliens coming. Jesus coming. The Anunnaki coming. Come on. The ice wall melting. Let it melt. Come on. When it's outside your control, listen, when it's outside my control, I ain't doing no worrying about it. It's outside of the scope of my control. Y'all will say the serenity prayer, but won't live by it. Nobody, I don't know one person that's here that asked to be here. I don't know one person that's here that asked to be here. So I ain't even asked to be here. So all this emphasis and all this weight y'all putting on this and putting on that and putting on this and that, I don't feel the same emphasis on those things. I don't. But let's see where they take it.
Except for the present.
Yeah.
And I think even in the mindset of like stoicism and like Marcus Aurelius, it's like,
oh, come on.
Those concepts of what a conqueror or a warrior experiences once he's conquered and gone to war and come home.
Yeah.
He just wants peace.
And I agree. I think that's really good. And I also think that it's not that I have all the answers. I'm just okay with them changing. If in this season, I'm saying promiscuity is not the answer, and 10 years down the line, I'm like, you know what? Do you sleep with them all, sis?
Right.
If that be
listen. She is amazing at the art of double talking, chat. You understand me?
Classic.
Because what she just said, what the hell do that even mean? What she just said, what the hell do that? And I'm intelligent. I don't need you guys to agree or none of that shit. I know what's going on. What the hell do that mean? It's not that I have all the answers. I'm just okay with them changing. What do that even mean?
Classic. I'm only gonna do this once.
Let's go back. I know. If I'm glitching, let me know, chat. You know, I'm only here for one reason, and that's to crack the code.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
I'm only here for one reason. So if I'm glitching, help me out. But I don't know what the hell that means. It's not that I have all the answers. I'm just okay with them changing. It's word salad with olive oil and red vinaigrette. It's word salad. Let's go back a little bit, chat. Because what the fuck she talking about?
And I also think that it's not that I have all the answers. I'm just okay with them changing. If in this season, I'm saying promiscuity is not the answer, and 10 years down the line, I'm like, you know what? Do you sleep with them all, sis?
Right.
If that becomes my truth, that's my truth.
Right.
One thing about me is I speak my truth in the moment that I'm in it. And we as humans, we know, we're all walking contradictions at the end of the day. Some just refuse to acknowledge it. I know I'm a walking contradiction.
Yeah.
I know that there are parts of me that really just don't make any sense, but two things can be true at once, you know, and I'm okay with that. So I feel like for me, I hear everything you're saying.
Y'all think that, chat? Y'all think we all walking contradictions? My chat too quiet, man. Listen, hit the like button and get active in the chat. Y'all way too damn quiet today. I'm just saying, chat. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I got to crash out for y'all to get right. But go ahead, get situated. Let's go.
Classic.
Let's go. All right. But this is what she talking about. We're not all walking contradictions. We're not. if you want to compare past to present, you could try to make us look like contradictions, but we have to evolve through something. So yes, the way you thought 5 years ago may not necessarily be the same way you think right now with regards to certain things. Does that make you a hypocrite, or does that make you a person who has grown and evolved? I think there's a thin line there. And before you just say we're all walking contradictions, I'm gonna have to just go ahead and disagree. First off, all doesn't apply to anything, but I wouldn't even say the majority of us are walking contradictions. I wouldn't say the majority. Well, wait. When it comes to certain subjects, let me walk it back and correct myself. When it comes to certain things, the majority of the people, at least in this part of the world, are definitely walking contradictions, for sure, when it comes to certain things. But to say we all, I don't know. Some of us solid, baby. I'm just saying. But let's let her finish her wisdom.
And I speak with conviction because I live the life that I talk about in front of these cameras.
Yeah.
And I love that for me.
You
Because there's
do
a lot
love
of people.
That's real talk.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that be in front of these cameras one way, and then they live in a whole different life.
But shouts out to them, because like they trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but don't give advice on what you're the opposite of.
Why?
That's crazy to me.
Why?
It's called objectivity. If you're able to see things for what it is, it don't matter which path you chose, if you can still have an understanding of all the paths. If there's 6 different paths, you may have walked 3 but have an understanding of all 6. So because you're not walking on path E right now, or path, let's use numbers, if you're not walking on path 5 right now, does it mean you can't speak to path 5 even though you've been down it? Or because you've never been down path number 1, but you have people close to you, and so you empathize and sympathize with the things involved with going down path number 1. Can you not speak to that? Can you not give sound advice or offer at least some nugget of wisdom in regards to going down that path? I don't like that. I don't like you have to necessarily 100% be living this life to speak about certain things. Now, I will say this, depending on what you're talking about, it could not make sense. So like for the men who pander to women online successfully, right? Successfully. So they're making good money pandering to women online, but yet they've been doing it for years and remain unmarried. Those men are exposing themselves, because your pandering begets you a certain type of attention from the woman. And from that attention that you've garnered yourself and the success that you've garnered yourself, surely you could pick a wife from all of these amazing women, because that's all your content is, right, brother? You get online and you talk about how men are the problem and men this and men that, and you say everything that a woman would want to hear you say. You have events. These men, they have events full of women, single. You know what I mean? But yet these men themselves have not taken up a wife. At that point, you could look and say, well, damn, you giving all this advice, and at the same time, it's like, ooh, like for me, for example, you'd be like, well, Classic, you say this and that, like you know about relationships, or you know about women, and you know this and that, but you're not married, or woo, woo. Yeah, but am I on here pandering? No, I tell y'all what's right and what's wrong, what's rare and what's the majority. I told y'all it's a needle in the haystack game. So you could try to say that, but it doesn't work in that situation. If I was pandering, if I was saying everything that women want to hear all day, and so now my DMs start filling up with dozens of female suitors, females just shooting a shot, or trying to see what's to it, just doing a little princess wave in my DMs. If my shit start hitting like that by dozen per day, surely if I was a pandering man and I see nothing but the good in women, I'd be able to pick a wife from that batch, surely. So yeah, in some regards, it don't make sense. And in other regards, you can still, exercise your objectivity. The people that pander too much on either side are outside of the scope of reality, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's about, like I always tell y'all, my loyalty is to the truth. So whatever that is, today it might be, hey, fellas, I ain't gonna lie, I can't defend us today. Ooh, and I gotta tell it how it is. Tomorrow it might be, ladies, explain yourself. You feel me? That's objectivity, being able to sit in the middle and just see it clear. Let's go.
That's crazy.
Everybody else does it.
Nah.
Everybody's living a facade.
Damn.
Cap. That's cap. That's cap. Oh, shout out to the chat. Let's get active. There we go. Cortez coming in with the 333. Let's get it. He said, you don't have to walk everybody's path to know the road may not be smooth. Understood me? Understand me? You cooking. He said, facts. Yeah, that's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. But yeah, we're going to do just a little bit more of this, then we're going to move on. Let's go.
I ain't met somebody who wasn't.
I don't feel like I live a facade.
You do.
I don't. A facade?
Sarah, is that your hair?
No, I got extra. And I'm wearing makeup.
You got on makeup.
Yeah,
These are facades
but,
as in society that we have stepped in. And there's nothing wrong with it. That's what I'm saying. I love all the facades.
No, I disagree with my whole heart. I disagree with my whole heart. I think when you start something, you have to think about, okay, so let me give y'all an analogy. So when you start a season, you understand when the season ends and when it may potentially end, right? So if you start a season of football, depending on how good your team is, your season could end when the regular season ends, or it could end during some time frame inside the playoff window. But no matter what, the championship game is this date. So no matter what, even if we make it all the way to the end, the season ends here. That's a demarcation point, so to speak, right? We're closing this window. This season is over. The next time we come back, it'll be a new season, right? That's a demarcation point. When you start saying shit like everybody got a facade and it's okay, who sets the demark on when that season ends? Who tells you where and when to stop with your facade? Let's look up the definition of facade. Here at the Classic Codes, we're gonna get it together, man. This ain't the channel for dummies. You know what I mean? We gonna get it together. Okay, a facade. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Is this right? The face of a building, especially the principal front that looks onto a street or open space. No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Okay, a facade is a superficial or false appearance, often used to conceal something's true nature. It can refer to the front of a building or a deceptive outward appearance. Fake, on the other hand, means something is not real or genuine, but made to appear so. So while both terms involve a lack of authenticity, a facade is more about the presentation of a false front. You understand me? So a facade, first off, the definition is telling us that it's more about physical appearance than anything, but you can kind of take it into being disingenuous as well, right? So they keep talking about everything as a facade. I just don't see that as true. This is my hair, this is my skin. I have a skincare regimen. That's why my shit glow when the light hit it like that. You understand me? That ain't oil. That's just smooth. My shit really like that. My beard really this soft. I put a certain, you know what I'm saying? I got a regimen. This ain't no facade. This real. This just me. I don't get nothing arched. I ain't got nothing, you know what I mean? This shit don't wipe off or nothing. So you can't say everybody. Not everybody, champ. You know what I mean? But I will say that there's a large portion of people who aren't necessarily walking out the house every day presenting themselves as themselves. But when you say everybody and then you say it's okay, so where do people stop at? Where do people stop at? What stops somebody from going all the way left with it? Oh, they said I could make up and present and be however I want to be. Outside could turn into Halloween. Nobody can tell you where to stop. That's why I wasn't with it. That's why I wasn't with it when they was doing all the identity shit. Let me educate y'all on the language about the identities and the gender specifications and the nouns and the pronouns and all this. Let me educate y'all on that. Let me educate you on this. You don't need to educate me on nothing, fam. You're not going to educate me on nothing. You're asking me to literally drop simple logic and acquiesce to delusion. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. You asking me to participate in involuntary acting of a mental illness. I can see that this is Samantha. Been knowing Samantha since 2nd grade. It's Samantha. Somewhere along the lines, Samantha started thinking different for a multitude of reasons that we're not even going to talk about because we're going to keep this channel alive. Now, I've been knowing Samantha 20-something years, and all of a sudden, I'm supposed to call Samantha Sam like it's really a dude. No, fam. No, I'm not participating in that. So the whole concept of I think it's okay for everybody to put on a facade. That's how you get there. That's how you get there. Because I'm a grizzly bear. I'm a grizzly bear. I'm a grizzly bear. You better respect it. You better no. I know you can see me. I know you looking at me. I know I look like a human. I know I walk like a human. I talk like a human. I eat like a human. I know I look human, but I'm a grizzly bear. I'm telling you, I'm a grizzly bear. See what I'm saying? You can't tell people where to stop when you start that dumb shit. So I'm not with that. I'm not with what Nick talking about. You know what I'm saying? We know he must vote Democrat. He said, I do not agree with Nick. He said that's where the term came from. It started being used in the space of fronting. Yeah. We just did a little digging on it, did a little history on the word real quick. But we almost done with them. Let's go.
Look gorgeous sitting here.
I like the facade.
But and it makes you feel good.
But I'm saying the facade of my spirit and my character.
Well, see, that's
that
what
I don't facade.
Come on, man. Double talking. Look at Nick, because he know it's double talk. Double talking is happening here. She is the queen. She has made a lot of money double talking. Yes, I got a full face of makeup. Yes, I have a weave. Yes, these somebody else's eyelashes. Yes, these are added on fingernail tips. Yes, most of this shit here that you looking at is like some sort of an alteration of how I really am the way God made me. Yes, that's all a facade, but I don't facade my spirit and my. Come on, man, you got to sell the bullshit to somebody that's buying. You could put that on clearance. We ain't buying that. You could put that at TJ Maxx. We ain't buying that. No disrespect to TJ Maxx. We gonna stop in there and see what they got until we go.
Classic.
Come on, man. 333. Let's go. Shout out to April. What's going on? Chat 333 in the building.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. Okay. You on the move? It's all right. You know, throw me on the Bluetooth. We ready to go one on nobody. You already know I'm gonna hold it down. But my final thoughts on this: nothing means anything fundamentally. When they were talking about that part, I get with that. You know what I mean? I really do. People spend so much time figuring out the purpose of life and the purpose of all existence and why we are here and who put us here and who truly is God and what it really looks like. And everybody feel like they know and this, that, and the third. People spend all that time worrying about all this other shit from the past, the future, who finna come out the sky, all this stuff. And they don't spend no time being present. They don't spend any time being present. Do you realize, fundamentally speaking, the only thing that matters is literally right now? At all times. When you gain an understanding of that, you will stop tweaking. You will stop tweaking. The only thing that matters is right now. If you take right now for granted, then you plan like you feel like tomorrow was promised. You moving like tomorrow was promised to you. If you take right now for granted. And if you always thinking about yesterday, that's trauma. You got a stuck point. That's trauma. The only thing matter is the moment. Because it can end abruptly. You know what I mean? So that's it on the reaction. We're gonna move into the question of the day. But yeah, it's just what it is, man. If you like what you just saw, support the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and jump in the comments. Talk to me so we could crack these codes. If you want to support the channel monetarily, go to my website and cop some merch, www.theclassiccodes.com. Or you can shoot me a Cash App. Either way, stick to the codes.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Harden my heart, now harden the flow.